Welcome to this short video. Thank you so much for joining us. And my hope is in this session, our hope is that you will find the answers that you're looking for in relation to having your own firm's app. Why are firms doing this? What is their experience of these things? What is the client engagement that is being achieved because of these things? And why is this important for the future as much as it is vital for today? So that's our hope, my hope from this session here. Before I go much further and we lay and understand some of the market conditions and look at some of the practicals together, I want to just stop for a moment and pass you into the hands of a few firms who have taken this step themselves already. Let's listen, shall we, to their experiences, their takeaways from this, and I'm sure that will help us all.
Fun because I had one of my client relations, which is sales staff, tell me the other day that she was out speaking with a client, and the minute that she showed them the My Bookkeeper app on her phone and said, all of our clients are going to, be interacting using this, here's all these tools, his eyes just lit right up and he was like, where do I sign?
We use a combination of Xero, auto entry, Satago, Analytics, Crunchboards, all to give business owners the accounts and information they need in one place as long as they've got an internet connection or a phone. With that as well, we pull that all together with My Firm's app. So we've got that for our business, which has been a great place for business owners to keep everything in one place rather than to scoot around onto different websites.
Well, I love the technology side of things, and I think a lot of accountants and business advisors should head towards the technology. It's the way of the future. Everything's becoming more automated, and clients expect things now, which is what everyone does, and so everything's there on your phone. So I think with the industry and a lot more of things becoming technology based, it's just one of those things that clients will expect to have. If they have a portal, they'll expect it to be on their app, everything at their fingertips. So that's the way I think it's forward.
Push notification, again, people don't ignore a push notification, it's slap bang in your face when you're looking at your phone. So with an email, it's quite easy just to ignore it or press delete, but a push notification, you can't ignore it. So I believe they're going to be a huge benefit to us. I think it's a no-brainer in so many ways because, it wouldn't have been so long ago that people were dubious about websites. Well, now, if you haven't got a website, then, you're well behind the game, and I think apps is going to go that way as well. Everybody has apps now, everybody has smartphones. It's just a natural thing to do. And again, it just gives the practice that modern feel about it.
In my presentation, I point out that an app will differentiate your practice like nothing else, and nothing has changed over the years to convince me otherwise. So as far as we're concerned at the ICPA, if you're looking to differentiate your practice, if you're looking to make inroads into more younger tech markets, your practice needs an app, and My Firm's app are really good at providing it.
Now, having heard those examples just now, I'm hoping that might have actually just done everything you needed to know right now. Well, we will progress, we will go on a little bit further together and look at, as I say, some of the background information, some of the practicals around this, some of the market condition stuff, so that you and your team can make the very best choices that you need to for your firm. And so let me switch back into the presentation and let's go together from there. Give me one moment. And so your clients and technology, well, they are already there at all generations. So the question is, well, where are you? Now, I'm sure that features in part of the reason why you're watching this video today. And when you heard the examples of those firms at the start of this session, you can see the outcome that gets produced here. The opportunity is for you to develop your own firm's app. And not for that to be a complicated or complex thing. That's what we're here. Don't worry. We're here to help you with that and make that part nice and streamlined. But like the firms you heard at the start, like the points that we've just agreed on together there, this is now about being present in the digital, the mobile world with your clients as well. And the way by which you do that is you have your own firm's app. Now, what is a firm's app? Well, it's that program, that app, if you like, that you download and install on the smartphone and the tablet. It means you're always there at the press of a button on the most prime time real estate that exists globally today. You won't find anything else more valuable, more valuable than the home screen of a smartphone or a tablet. That's why there's such hot competition to be on there. Everybody wants to be on there. And as your firm, this is your client's relationship, isn't it? It's your client, not anybody else's. It shouldn't be anybody else's. And so by having your own app there, you create something that they can download with some great features inside, which I'll talk through in a moment. But it puts you bang at the heart of that digital, that app-based mobile relationship. And so on the left-hand side, you can see some of the intrinsic tools that we build locally into the app. This is all our own software built locally into it. It's world-class in its own right. What we have here are calculators and tax content that people actually use that save you and your firm time and save your clients time as well, and bring you closer together. There's clever behavioral-based messaging that sits around those things. You've got GPS automatic mile tracking. That means that when they jump in their vehicle, they start moving at speed. It logs the journey for them automatically. They don't need to do anything at all. And it creates that logbook, that mile tracking, that they're in a cruise over time. It's got their start location, the end location, the distances, dates, and duration all into a file that they can export at any stage. They just press a button and you get that file. Or, quite cleverly, for those of you who've got clients with employees who need to use these tools, those employees can also use these sorts of things and send the data to their company to approve, rather than flooding you with all of that information if you don't need it. And then your firm is so much more immersed into those client companies, their working practices in improving their admin, but at no extra cost to you. Things like photograph receipt management, income logging, document scanning, all available inside the app. Great content about who you are and what you do, how you can help, communications that you can send through the app that are 5 times more effective than using email, plus ways in which you can automate and integrate into your email systems so that you don't have to learn anything new. On the right-hand side here, just some examples. There's many more besides this that it can operate with, but here's some of the more popular online programs, cloud-based programs that clients would use with you already that you can bring together and link into your app. And so like Wood Squared here, you get one app, it's yours, your client uses it, and everything they need with their online and their mobile-based engagement is with you in that one single app. Loved by many, many firms. Here are just a handful of examples. There's many hundreds more around the world who are using the platform that we built for them now. Remember, it's the leading solution for firms of every size, from the very largest through to the startup practice and the specialist ones in between, using what we've just been talking through and in the same way that you heard those firms describe at the start. Now, to paraphrase the famous Chinese proverb, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, the second best time is today. Well, with technology, the best time to start was yesterday, the next best time is now. We've looked at some of those core reasons, haven't we? You can see some of the bullet points on the screen in front of us right now. And this is about you being able to make a conscious decision. That's what I hope we're supporting you with right now. Getting that relationship right with your client digitally, giving that foundation for the future technology, leveraging it in your client service, leveraging it in your marketing, and using it in a way that produces a very handsome and simple to achieve return on investment. Speaking to a US firm not very long ago, Zuckerman Associates, one of the partners there, Gary Rothman, he and I were speaking, and Gary described the accounting firm as being like a tree. And it was an interesting story, so I asked him to expand on it. And what he said is, Dan, it's just like a tree. If you don't care for the roots of a tree, feed and nurture them, then the tree will eventually wither and die. He said an accounting firm is just the same. If we're not looking after our younger clients, which includes those in their 30s and 40s these days, if we're not looking after our younger clients, and if we're not caring for our younger staff and helping them come through and showing, evidencing, making tangible how we're pushing that forward, he says the firm will eventually wither and die. We'll have nobody to pass it on to at the end. So if that's in your thoughts as well, it was an interesting story from Gary. Now, so a few real examples for us to have a look at together just now. From a tax perspective, if we break it down into a few main areas, from a tax angle, you can read Jim Turlington's words on screen just now from TRO in Houston. And it's an important point, this, your ability to put the right tax data, the right calculators, the right communication in front of clients in the environment that's most accessible to them in a way that they can actually use it, and to build some automation around those reminders and updates, which we can help you with, is really powerful. Many of us have tried tax cards in the past, haven't we, or emails, and we know that they have become less and less effective over time. This is what is producing the results, and Jim's words testify to that as well. From a technology point of view, then this is, if you remember the screen I put up earlier with Squared on, it's about bringing everything together into one place. Jill Duffy from MWM Advisory in Australia, she speaks to this point here, where you can bring the QuickBooks Online, the DocuSign, the portals, the MyOb, the Xeros, the other programs that you're using, the add-on partners around them, and you can link everything together into that one space. As well as those tools, of course, mile tracking and receipt capture and other things in that one single app. Incredibly intuitive for the client to use, and they don't have to dig around to find the thing that you're asking them for any longer. From a marketing point of view, for those of you who would like to market your firms, there's so many exciting things you can do with this. If you come across people like Karen Rayburn, Amanda C. Watts, and other leading marketeers in the accounting and CPA profession, then you'll hear their stories as to how their clients are really doing so very well with these points as well. Jeannie Whitehouse, Jean Carragher, and others just like that. Now, Garrett CPA here have done some really clever stuff on Instagram, some tremendous results that they've generated through it. People like Mend Accounting have done some brilliant stuff on LinkedIn, Complete Controller, with what they have also done with very simple videos as well, where they have pushed their app out into social media spaces or promoted it on their video. The Peak Partnership in Australia, some again, really clever stuff where they have put very simple videos together on the homepage of the website, just with one of the partners talking like this, ever so naturally, and it creates more downloads, more engagement from the website, leveraging the investment they've already made into that. They push that same content out via email, they put it on their social media, it's producing referrals, that's closing new business straight away. Very tangible, very simple ways to leverage it in your marketing, and we help with that as well. We don't just build you the app, drop it in your desk and say good luck, but we actually walk with you on this journey and help you get the very best results from it. When it comes to client experience, Jennifer Brazer here, who's CEO at Complete Controller, and I'm sure we'll be happy to speak to any of you at any stage if you wanted to, says we're thrilled with our My Bookkeeper app. You've got different names that you can choose for the app, My CPA, My Accountants, My Bookkeeper, My Advisor, etc. So she said, we're thrilled with our My Bookkeeper app. Our clients love the functionality. Potential clients are using it as well, and we are branding to them every time they open the app, just as intended. So they get terrific engagement at Complete Controller and have really led the charge with their clients as well to get the experience that both they and the firm are after. When it comes to push notifications, these are those messages I made reference to earlier that are 5 times more effective than using email. Now you can send these to an individual person, so just one person if you want to be very focused on that message. You can also see exactly who's got your app downloaded. So if you've got 1 person, 1,000, 10,000 people who've got your app downloaded, you can see exactly who they are. And you can group them into different segments behind the scenes. Again, we can help you with this. But it allows you to send the right focus message to the right audience really easily. And when you do so, we see that those firms who send a single message out to everybody at the same time, once a month, get a 50% uplift in engagement. Again, we can automate that part for you if you would like. Those firms who then focus the message on an individual or a particular group of people get upwards of a 130% increase in engagement. Really big numbers, aren't they? Great outcomes where it's not just being left to the client's own volition any longer. You're serving, you're in control, you're leading this process, but without that being at all difficult for you or your team. So you have many different ways in which you can use those notifications, but very simple and powerful to engage with. What's more, you can also integrate them into your emails. And so from a general practice point of view like this, and you can read Ralph's words on screen, not only do you be able to cover such a breadth of the firm in one single decision, one single app, but also it means you don't have to learn anything complex and new. As a team, you just send emails on a daily basis like you do ordinarily, and then your client will automatically receive that as a push notification on their device. You do what you already do, they get a 5 times greater result by the communication method that's enabled thereafter. So I hope that's been helpful, ladies and gentlemen, just to look through some of those practical examples, building out of those firms that you heard at the very start of this session. Now, what I'd like to do here is just move a little into some of the end user comments. What is it that the clients of other firms, just like yours, are saying or experiencing at the moment? And if I begin this by using the example of Henry Ford, the famous quote I'm sure you've all heard before, if I had asked people what they wanted, they would have said faster horses. Now, of course, he didn't do that. He saw what the market needed. He created the Ford Motor Company, and the rest is history. But in your circumstances, in our journey together, this is about then looking at the client base and going, I'm going to lead the client here. I'm going to take control of this and I'm going to deliver them something to them that's going to create a wow factor. I'm not going to ask their opinion. I'm not going to spend lots of time on surveys that don't serve the client, don't particularly serve the firm. I'm going to be proactive in this step. And the reason that's important is the words I'm about to flick through on screen here that you can read while I'm speaking. These are the words of clients of firms just like yours. Now, these clients are writing about their accountant, their CPA, their advisor. They don't know who My Firm's app are. They don't need to know who we are. But read these words as I go through. And this is what's happened after firms like yours have proactively taken the app to them and gone, Dan, we've built this. This is why it's good. And here's how I want you to use it. And it's that proactivity that's creating the wow moment, the 5-star reviews in their thousands that have been left on iTunes and other such places on behalf of those accounting firms. I've had to say this is without question one of the best apps I've had the pleasure to download. Extremely well thought through, very professional looking, easy to maneuver, highly recommended. An excellent app, informative, concise on your mobile or tablet. Clients of other firms just like yours using these same sorts of words. I do a lot of traveling. It takes all my miles into consideration and uploads them to my accountant. All my receipts are accounted for as well. Highly recommended. Very pleased, straightforward, a one-stop shop. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am grateful for your time. I hope this overview, this scene setting has been helpful. I hope the stories you heard from firms at the very start have helped you understand better the choices that you're going to make as a firm as well. I hope these words from clients just like yours and what they're describing as to their experience of using the app their firms have proactively given them help reinforce your position and the choices that you want to make as a firm as well. I'm going to pass you back into the hands of another firm who's operating in this place as well just now, and then I'm going to be back on screen with you in just a minute or two.
So my name is Jennifer Brazier with Complete Controller. We have a nationwide bookkeeping firm in the United States, and we serve United States clients. We also act as the bookkeeping department to CPA firms all across the United States. And we found My Firm's app because we were looking for an app solution for our clients so that we could manage several of the components that we wanted our clients to begin using in order to feed us information accurately and efficiently. And we worked with Daniel right from the start. Really just a great team backing him up as well. And the design process was just incredible. We had a lot of fun with picking what it was going to look like and how it was going to interface and what we wanted on there, just in terms of, you know, what our value was going to be to the clients and how we wanted to present our firm. It gave us the ability to really brand and to kind of have a characteristic about it. And then now actually we're kind of taking it to the next level. We're going to be adding some new components to it this year so that our clients have even more visibility and accessibility. And we're really excited to continue working with My Firm's app. They've done a great job, and we love having them on the team. So thank you.
Great. Well, folks, thank you again. I hope that last story has served you very well as well. So we spent a bit of time together here today. Thank you for watching the video. Feel free to share it around others. I'm going to show you a slide in a moment that just bullet points what's included, the headlines of this. There's so much that we do for you to serve and support at this time. I'd love to help you get up and running with your own app. Simply fill in the form on the screen here. We'll get a time by telephone to talk through the last few details together and then help you get that underway. If even having watched this, you would like a more detailed consultation with you and your team involved, again, use the form on screen here and we will help you book such a time. And let's talk that through on a video call, just like this. Understand your circumstances and your goals better and give you the advice and the answers that you need to hear. So if you're ready to get up and running, we'd love to serve you. It'll be exciting to be on that journey. Let us know. If you want that consultation, let us know that as well. So I'm going to bring you up on screen now with the bullet points of what's next. Your own firm's app could be live within just 3 weeks of today. There are no large upfront fees. It's just a fixed monthly license fee that's all inclusive. There's no limit to the number of people that can download your app, whether they be clients or prospects or staff. They can all download it and you are not charged any extra. Those people can then use the app as much as they like, and your bill does not go up. It's a fixed monthly license fee. It includes all the technical support, the relational support to help you get the best out of this. Remember, this is 100% of what we do globally. It's the leading solution, and that shared learning together is here to help you and your clients get the outcomes that you need this year, next year, the year after, and so on. All the platform improvements, the ongoing development and innovation to keep this the leading solution for you is included. The management of Apple and Android and all those fun and games behind the scenes, we take care of that for you as well. Unlimited notifications and messaging capability through the app. The back-end online systems that you've got access to see all the analytics and the data and the edits and updates that you might wish to make yourself through your own app are also included as well. So once again, I'm grateful for your time. It's been a pleasure speaking with you today. Use the form, whether it's for a decision to get your app up and running now, let's work together, let's help you with that. If it's to have a more detailed consultation, let's help accordingly. All the best to you.